Well, very good day, everybody. Welcome to another video. I'm your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko, and I will be your captain for today's flight. Uh, Hopefully, the sound is going to be okay, because I did something with my sound settings that I did not anticipate, and well, the last video it sounded somewhat realistic because we're sitting inside the cockpit and my voice was hardly audible. So yeah, in a sense, it was realistic, but it was not really what I was looking for. Uh, so judging by the levels that I see here on my screen, it should be fine. But I will have a check later on. Well, I will be silent and just check it out. Actually, I will do this right now, so stand by with me. 1 second, please. Okay, so for now, guess it should be fine. Well, let's just take it up into the sky. Okay, so the flight plan, basically we're just doing a short flight here in Alaska. We're sitting at the Nanwalek airport, and we are going to fly to the Ted Stevens Anchorage International Airport, which is also in Alaska. So we're just staying here in Alaska. It's about, I believe it's about a 1 hour flight or something, maybe a little shorter. We're just doing a direct GPS, so there is no real flight plan involved. As you can see, the area here, it looks actually a little pretty. Well, if you like this sort of thing, obviously, if you're more into, you know, high buildings and bridges and, traffic, then maybe this might not be the thing for you. Look, there's the moon. We're using a real world time and weather again. So probably the sun is going to set by the time that we land. Not really sure how fast it goes because we're quite high up here. Or maybe it will never set. So we're flying the Microsoft or Asobos, if you will, TMB. What's it? TMB or TBM? Apologies, TBM 930. Believe this livery actually downloaded, just like the orange livery. I do not know who made it, but I'm fairly sure it's on the flightsim.to website. So if you like it, go definitely check it out. There used to be the improvement mod for the 930, but fortunately, since the last update, it no longer works. So we're just waiting until it starts working again. So let's jump inside and start this sucker up, and let's take it off to Anchorage. We'll start with the battery and the generator. And let's turn on the panel lights a little bit. And we go to the starter, so the aircraft is going to start up. Let's put the auxiliary boost pump to auto. Just winging this a little bit. Usually it sort of works. There's the oxygen supply, which we definitely will need. Here's the GPS.
System test. Okay.
Let's turn on the anti-icing. And I always like to have a warm feet here, so there you go. And we put this to the auto position. Let's get rid of the warnings. Let's see, flaps can go on. I got a few tank selectors. Okay. Okay, so auxiliary boost ignition. Okay, so this all is fine ignition starter. Let's look what they are talking about here. What the aircraft is talking about, I should say. Starter. On ignition. Not on the rod for the ignition, but yeah, so there's nothing to do. So we're just starting up, I guess. Okay. Okay, so stand by 1 second. I'm getting a message from a French redhead beautiful lady who sells ice creams in Marseille. So, you know, sometimes you got to prioritize, you know what I mean. So if you please stand by 1 second while I blatantly multitask you all. Okay, so that happened. So thank you for bearing with me. Well, if you did, if you didn't, well, thank you anyway. Okay, so the aircraft started up. Let's get back inside. And what I would want to do now, before we take off, is just have a look at the flight plan. Well, actually, there is no real flight plan, but we just put this onto the GPS. And where did we go with so we go to direct to, just going to do a direct to Papa Alpha November Charlie. There you go. You click on the enter, you click on the activate, and it is now in. There you go. Beautiful straight line, and should be about 1 hour flight. So let's take off. So I really especially like this location, I must say. I mean, look at it. There's beautiful hills, it's green, there's the sun over the water right here. There's some water on this end as well. The runway is a little bit short, but probably for this aircraft it should be fine. It has a powerful engine. One thing that sort of concerns me is, oh no, not the flaps. Oh, let's not drive it into the water. Is its turning radius at low speed? Because obviously we could speed up a little more, but I'm a little bit scared we might run into the water. So got to be a little careful here. You know, let's not go into the bushes. Oh my god, man. Look, does this look nice? To me it does not. So what are we going to do? Parking brake, and let's just see if we can push it back a little bit. That would greatly help our case here. So this should be fine. Let's try and stay clear of the bushes. There was a ghost car there. Okay, so here we are. Got to go. Are we going to make this, people? Yes, we are. Alright, so let's just keep on rolling and just get out of here. Oh, this is interesting runway, man. And let's take a left as soon as we take off. Oh yeah, look at this. Gear up. And let's get some positive rating. There you go. Gonna go for the left turn. Let's just not go over those hills. But first get a little altitude. But it's a beautiful place here, man. So flap go up. So let's trim it up a little bit. And let's gain some altitude. I was a little bit late. I should maybe have set the autopilot, but obviously this is not a very complex thing that we're doing, so there's plenty of time. Let's just first get clear of these mountains and see if we can outclimb them in the TBM 930. Okay, so the aircraft now starts bleeping at us. it's getting angry because we've been sitting on the maximum power for a little bit too long. There you go. Likes it a lot better like this. And you know who can blame it, right? So let's just get over these hills here. I'm sorry, you are mountains, probably not hills. Please do not take it personally. Okay, so looks like the takeoff was a success. We're not crashing, we're still flying. Let's get back on the course a little bit as well. Oh no, not go down. I meant up. There you go. And let us set the. Just wait a minute. Just get a little more control here, people. Okay, so this seems fine. Picking up a little bit of speed there. Alright, so let's set the autopilot. So we're going to climb an altitude, let's say just 12,000 feet, maybe 14,000 feet. Just get up there, you know. So we're just turning the wheel, turning and turning. Let's try and stay level flight. Are we there yet? Almost 13,000 feet. And click vertical speed. And let's climb it around 600. So look at what we're doing. Well, it should be fine for now. And okay, so we turn on the autopilot, we turn on the navigation, so it knows where it's going and it knows how high it's going. And it should actually be it. So we are on our way to Anchorage, Alaska. Let's have a look outside. It's a beautiful area. Yeah, so my apologies for blatantly multitasking the 100 million viewers to my video. Okay, so just look at man, it's just a little beautiful. There's the moon out there. There's some hills, islands, what have you. I'm not really very familiar with the chart of the map. Look at it, man. It's just really cool. So what's our altitude now? Let's have a look inside. We're still climbing. Oh, that's good. Let's reset the altimeter. See if that's any good. No, not yet necessary. So we're still happily climbing. Let's see, do we have an ETA perhaps? 2103 UTC. What is the code UTC? That should be about, are getting, would be that fast? No. It's probably like 1 hour and 15 minutes, right? So can we zoom out, can we zoom in to see any difference here? Did you break it? Did you break it? Oh no, it was the low button, I believe, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. It doesn't work on this one. Did I break it? It should be the lower button, I believe, this one. Now what I want to do is zoom out. I'm not turning the wrong one, am I? Okay, I'm a little bit confused. So look, what else do you see? Track 3, estimated time of arrival. Estimated time en route is 30 minutes. Okay, so there is that. We are on real world time of weather, aren't we? Let me just check. We're not making any kind of nonsense here. Let's see. No. Well, let's just put it on real time. And live weather. There you go. So that's what was a little bit confusing, I guess. Yeah, fortunately, not too much change, but oh look, there's all of a sudden there's clouds magically appearing. So let me check if the sound levels are still okay. So now we're outside the airplane, and once we're inside the airplane, also want to double check, obviously. And let's have a look. We're still on the course, still following navigation. That should be fine. Guess let me just check, and now we'll be back after these commercial messages. sound still seems a little bit weird, really. I'm not really sure what's going on. Maybe I just turn it down just a notch, but it's not loud. But for some reason, internally, if you will, if you understand what I mean, it seems to be sort of clipping, or something with the quality of the sound is a little bit off. It used to be more crisp, more clear. Just going through this setting here right now, it should be now at -1.7 decibel. I won't bore you with all the details, but let's just see if this is any better. I can almost turn down the simulator sound a little bit, but as I said, it's not really an issue with volume and such. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to do a little more checking later on. There is really not a whole lot that I can tell about about Alaska, except that it's usually really freaking cold. We are missing Mike today. If you look outside, you will see that Mike is actually sitting next to me. There is Mike. His stoic look, always eyes out front. He's always just cool, calm, and collected. So it's very nice to have him with us, but unfortunately today we don't see him inside. But he's definitely with us, so there is that. I still can shake the audio. Not really sure what's going on with that. I mean, don't you hate it? You have these settings that are all good, and then you mess something up, and then you have to redo them. And I never really made any notes of how I configured the sound. It was just fine as it was. But maybe just being over OCD, I don't know. Let's have a look at the approach charts for Anchorage. So they got a couple of runways. Let's first get the airport layout, maybe. Booking gauge coordinates. Probably this one's the one that I'm looking for. Yes. Okay, so they got a couple of runways there. 3 or 6 in total, if you will. And let's see if we can use the Microsoft weather thingy, because now it should actually provide meter. There's the Anchorage 82 nautical miles. Are you kidding me? No meter available? Are you for real, man? Come on. Okay, no problem. We can find it somewhere else. We used to do it without Microsoft anyway. So we just go to the Google, we type in meter, Papa Alpha November Charlie, and let's have a look. The report was made 1 hour ago. Wind 8 knots from the north. So we're landing towards the north. That's basically what I need to know for now. So let's have a look at the charts. So we can do a straight in. We're gonna land on runway 33. They got a waypoint called MERS. I don't know why I like it, but I do. I also like Fox on, get your Fox on. Hey children, get your Fox on, we're going to the MERS to get some herky, And then later on we'll have some Tevye, and we'll have some Sulne, and maybe Jmod can buy us a couple of Warlock. Okay, so enough with the yolks. I couldn't resist. Okay, alright. So what's the ETA? Estimated time on route 19 minutes. So I have to do something embarrassing. You will need the little boy's room, if you will. And we're cruising altitude, so there is no lavatory in this aircraft. So what we're going to do is just, well, we'll have to make do with a little secured container. So if you would please just look away for a second, I will be back momentarily. I definitely appreciate your discretion. I'll be right back. Okay, so it looks like we're still flying. It's good. So, sorry, it took maybe a little longer than expected. So let me quickly just get back here and have a seat. There you go. Hey, Mike, how are you doing? I don't know what you're planning on, Mike, but I can see right through you. Okay, just so you know. Okay, what's our status? Are we by now actually able to zoom out? As that option given options. There's no zoom. Try this button. That makes it. Yeah, that seems to make some difference. There you go. So what is this? Does it say MFD? Okay. So now we know. So at least we have some visual concept of where we are and how we're getting there and when we will arrive. Okay, so we still got a little ways to go. It's pretty cool. I'm loving the orange label for this one. Look. Obviously, if you do not like orange, you probably think, man, that is a lot of orange. So I'm hoping actually to get the modification version again, because that was actually really cool. It had slightly more functions. I'm checking right now, but I believe the last time I checked it was yesterday, and the compatibility with the Zero Blade 7, no, it's still not yet been confirmed, and it's true because I also ran into some problems while using it. So I just decided to uninstall it and just give the developers a chance to catch up. Okay, so estimate time on route is 9 minutes, so let's start our descent. What I would like to know is the airport elevation, 151 and 121 feet. Okay, so let's descend to 3,000 feet. Vertical speed is on, and go down. Let's do 1,000 feet per minute. So that should take us actually about 10 minutes, so it'll probably be a little high. Could maybe try 1500, descending 1500 feet per minute, but let's watch the speed. Maybe slow it down a little bit. Let's look see what this does for us. The speed is actually dropping. I will be fine just to maintain the speed really. So let's just see where the sweet spot is. Just a little notch of speed extra there. There you go, it's sort of a little slowly dropping. Not really sure what it wants to do, just want to climb. So maybe one more notch, what do you think? then it really starts going up. So that's not what you want. So one notch back. Yes, so let's just drop down like this. There we are, dropping. Let's see if we can set it down, you know. Hey, somebody's into adventures. Welcome. Oh, welcome to the video. Way into adventures. Says hi. Oh, hi, way to adventures. Nice aircraft, thank you, man. I really love the livery, check it out. Looks all nice and orange. Obviously, you know, as I said earlier, if you do not like orange, you know, you're probably gonna think this is a lot of orange. So I happen to like it. So we're flying from, I forgot the name of the airport, the Nanwalek airport in Alaska. We're flying to the Ted Stevens Anchorage International Airport in Alaska. We're just doing a simple direct GPS flight. Nothing too crazy today. We chose real world time and weather, and well, it looks really cold out there. That's what I can tell you. In any case, never too much orange. You just love orange. Where were you my whole life, my friend? This is just beautiful. No, really. I don't know. I love orange. It looks really, it looks nice. It looks nice and bright, and you know, what can I say? So basically, what we're doing now, we started our descent. We are descending through 10,000 feet, and we're going to do a straight-in landing, or at least that's what we're aiming at. Set the altimeter to hold at 3,000 feet, and then we'll have to do a straight-in landing. We're not doing any ILS or anything. I don't believe even there is an ILS at the Anchorage, but yeah, we just decided to wing it. No pun intended, obviously. That's the thing, right? In aviation, when you say I'm going to wing it, you know, everybody starts laughing, you know. And basically, sometimes you're just dead serious, you know. Like, yeah. But basically, that's what we're doing. We're just descending, and hopefully, we'll get a nice touchdown. So let's watch the speed there. Speed holding steady, 190 knots, so that's good. 8,700 feet. So the runway was at, I believe, 33. So we'll just get to 33 in a bit. So we might be a little too high. Let's see if we can zoom in a little. We're probably going to be a little too high, but that would not be a problem. We just fly the pattern. I wonder about the visibility. If I look at the rest, it's probably going to be fine. Do we still have the meter page open? We do, but let's refresh because it was by the time I was checking it, it was 1 hour ago. Last report was 40 minutes ago. Wind 4 knots from the north-northeast. Temperature -14 Celsius. That is really friggin' cold. Humidity 51, pressure 998 hectopascal, visibility 16 nautical miles or kilometers. Really. Broken clouds at a height of 6,000 feet. Okay. Well, 6,000 feet, we're just going to pass through them, so that looks, yeah, that looks rather realistic then. The speed's still a little high, so maybe just go down a little bit. So, way into adventures. What kind of adventures do you usually like to engage in? I'm curious to know. But you know what they say about adventures, right? And about the magic always happens outside of the comfort zone. So, just on a little philosophical note there. Okay, so descending through 5,800 feet, let's reset the altimeter. Oh, look at that, there you go. We just skipped a whole bunch of thousands of feet. We're now sitting at 5,000 feet, so that's good. I'm not too worried about that. And then what we will need is a visual. What's our range? 14 nautical miles, 13 nautical miles. Yeah, so we're really getting up close there, man. So probably, as I said, we're going to do a pattern. I believe that to the 11 o'clock the airport. On our way to adventures, think we're exploring interesting places. Did a recent video of Croatia with an abandoned C-47. Oh, that's so cool, man. Like you actually flew it, or is this in the flight simulator? C-47, isn't that it's an old military aircraft, or American military aircraft, is that correct? Meantime, let me just focus here on the approach. 3,000 feet almost, so I'm just going to even it out a little bit before we just nudge and say, oh, it's already holding altitude, that's nice. Okay, so that's good. It was a real one. Alright, okay. Oh, that's so cool, man. I've never been in one of those. But I would definitely like. Sometimes on my channel I stream the PDMG DC6. That is the four prop. It's a really cool aircraft. Okay, so what's the situation here? Still okay. So it's good. Speed's dropping a little bit. The visibility could improve. I really wouldn't mind, to be honest. Maybe can we drop a little bit below the clouds? Wanted to just do that. Let's go for let's say 2,000 feet. Hopefully we're not going to get ourselves killed here. Let's see, we're dropping. Let's see where's the vertical speed. There you go, vertical speed. Let's drop it a little bit. No, I need to set. Okay, so we're going to 2,000. Let's just choose 2,000 feet. Vertical speed and minus. Well, let's say minus 600. Should be fine. Okay, do we have any visibility? That might be the runway right there. What do you think? Always a challenge to see when you're not familiar with the aircraft, with the airport. Speed 168, probably be good. So way to adventures. Are you a pilot yourself, like a real world pilot, or are you well flying the shotgun like our friend Mike, who you can only see from the outside? This is Mike. No, it's hard to see, right? But we'll just get closer, no problem. Should be almost like on top of it, man. Let's have a look there. So I think what I'll do now is just reduce the speed and maybe disengage the autopilot. You can find the button in time. Let's drift a little. And just trim it out a little. Just like aviation stuff. You just like aviation stuff a lot. Friend does fly through the United Airlines. You learn a lot. Yeah. Oh, you got X-plane. Oh, that's so cool. There's a new X-plane coming, right? X-plane 12. Okay, so it's all white here, so that's a nice challenge. Oh, not really sure now. Okay, so let's just fly over and get a visual. I would think it's right there. Oh man, the FPS is welcoming us. Okay, yeah, it looks like the runway is in. Well, it is covered in snow. It looks like it because it is. Let's have a look. So I'd like to know the exact orientation there. And this is kind of hard. Oh, probably. I see now. It should probably come from the left, from that side. So we'll just fly overhead. And then we'll take a left pattern here. So what's the altitude? No, actually a little low. So just go to put in a little more power. And let's regard the big white blob as our designated landing runway. So there you go. This should be our runway. There you go, you can now see the lights. That's nice. So I'll go to extend the flaps 1. The Pappy, oh you saw the Pappy? Yeah, we should definitely go around, that's right. I'm sorry for the delay, there's a delay on the channel. But it's probably nothing new in the streaming land, obviously. But nonetheless, it's always a kind thing to just say. Something is bleeping at me, and I'm not sure if I know what it is. It could be a low speed, but do not believe so. There's no warning on the CAS. I hope it is not a stall warning actually, so let's just... Oh, maybe these might have been the outer markers and that could maybe be it. Let's just see if we can trim the aircraft because it wants to go nose up and it's not exactly what I want now. So let's trim it straight and reduce the speed a little bit. Yeah, so I wanted to do a straight-in landing on runway 33, but I must be blatantly honest here. I probably will not be able to actually identify which one is runway 33. But the most fun thing is to just touch it down and touch it down safely. Shall we go to do the, what it's called, the base leg then, for the final turn? As they would say in the space shuttle, on at the 90. Let's go down a little bit. No, that doesn't help me at all. We're 3,000 feet, maybe a little high. Reduce speed yet again a little bit. Man, I'm getting us lost here. Finally there's some land. Okay, so what are we looking? There you go. Okay, so let's just make a little more of a sharp turn. Landing gear is down. Thank you very much, beautiful lady. Okay, so what's happening here? So it's a little bit of a messy approach. So hope you're not going to have to visit any kind of psychiatrist after this due to some PTSD or something, because you know it might get a little bit scary. Okay, the speed's getting a little too low. Trim it a little bit more, but some stability there. Okay, there you go. Okay, thank you. Do you know which speed I should be aiming at, really? Wasn't it around 81 knots or something for the aircraft? If you just happen to know on the final moments, dropping this question. Well, speak of good timing. But this sort of looks nice. But I'm not touching down very early. I guess this should be fine. Let's settle down nice and easy. Yeah, I believe we're down. So let's just break it. Actually, I believe it has a reverse engine as well. This one doesn't. Yes, it does. But we don't need, not really need it. Alright, thanks, man. So we need to find out where to park this sucker. So let's try to stay on the center line and quickly get a fix on the location. That's not going to work, I can tell you now. So just first let's just stop before we hit into anything here. Thanks for checking, man. I do definitely appreciate it. So let's have a look. The taxi charts. Oh, let's just get rid of the auto warning there. Yes, I know we're standing still. Okay, so let's look. The taxi chart was, I believe, which one was it? This one. For now, I'm going to use the position indicator. Are you kidding me? We landed from this side. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, we were supposed to land this way and then we landed like this. Okay, so no problem. I'm already happy. So we're going to go left on hotel and we go right. I believe then this should be Yankee. And oh no, this is the runway. We're not going to do this. So left on hotel all the way to Kilo, and then we cross the runway 33, something like that. So let's just see when we get. So basically the first left, and then the second right, and then we sort of keep on going, and then there's the south terminal. Probably an aircraft like us should be stacked away somewhere around there in the north. We could do that as well, really. So we go first left, second right, first left, and then we just keep on Yankee until we're at Sierra there, and we cross runway 33 there. Okay, so let's see what it's going to do, because I really wonder if at all I'm going to be able to identify the runway or the taxiway. Okay, so you got a friend in who's flying with all easy there, Arkady. So you got a friend and he's flying with United Airlines. Yeah, that's definitely gonna make you pick up a thing or two about aviation, man. It's really cool. I'm going to cheat a little bit and look outside the external view. I believe we could identify that there as a taxiway. It's nice to have a visitor. As I always joke, you should be really proud of yourself because you know, like you've reached the far reaches of the internet and of the YouTube because there is not a lot of traffic on this channel. So you did a really great job getting yourself to the channel, and it's definitely nice. All kidding aside, to stick around and have a look at it. So if you like it, feel free to subscribe or whatever, or just check back regularly, whatever you want. But you know what they say, right? A wise man once said, like and subscribe and all that stuff. Okay. But as long as you enjoy, my friend, that's what it's about. Okay, so we're crossing this runway here. That's good. Yes, it's definitely hard to tell. And like a real challenge is, to just not use the external views, you know what I mean? Or just hitting those little runway taxiway lights. Nobody saw that, okay? See no evil, hear no evil, you know what I mean? I'm not going to tell anyone. Okay, so I believe then here you go, they got some very faint lighting going on. So let's just try and follow them. It's turning into a situation where I would almost hope it would be dark. Because probably you could just follow the lights. Oh, thanks so much, I do appreciate it. I'll check your channel, see if there's anything on it. Maybe you don't put stuff on there, I don't know. I cannot check right now, but I will definitely check later. Okay, so where are we now? We should be on Yankee, and that's a pretty long drive. This was a really nice short little flight. In any case, welcome to Anchorage, Alaska. See what you try to read while I'm taxiing. There's probably an FFA rule for that, or some general aviation rule that you are not supposed to read stuff on your telephone. We're taxiing quite high speed. Way into Adventures is saying, when you're flying X-plane a lot, we have a lot of COS, literally two houses off of 17 left. So that's the airport we flew a lot. It's cool because it's 6200 feet. Not sure if I'm following. Romeo was on the other side of the runway. Oh, yeah. We're still good, right? We should be on Yankee. Just check here. Thank you for the auto warning. Let's see. Yeah, we're on Yankee, so I believe we're still on the track. Let's have a look. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, we could cross it here, maybe. And then, but let's just stay in here. It's much easier. We turn right at Sierra. We cross one way, 15. And then we find a nice parking spot right there. So, Colorado Springs. Ah, okay, so that's the airport, right? We're leaving at Colorado Springs. There's two houses off of 175. Oh, so that's so cool, man. So that's the airport we flew out. Yes, that makes sense. I would do exactly the same. It's cool because it's 6,200. I do not understand you being with 6,200. Yeah, but it's really cool if you live that close to an airport. A lot of people would complain, but only, probably us freaks are like, no, this is just cool. I would just totally love it if airplanes were flying by my house every second of the day, like low, where you can actually see them up close. It's beautiful. Oh, it's the altitude of the airport itself. Okay, got it. Right. Okay, and your house was also at 6,200. So many fighters as well online. So that's the United States. Yeah, so they got some nice fighter jets there. Do you guys get the F-35? This is a real pretty place here, man. Oh, okay, so that's cool. Okay, so what are we looking at? So there should be Sierra. Not that's the house, but it's definitely turning to the right. Who are we not to go to the right? Okay, so we're just going to assume that we're clear to cross the runway. And actually, it would be quite cool if now it's 747 all of a sudden had to do a go around, just crash into it. Because, you would expect it, like there's nothing going on here besides this aircraft taxiing. Oh, mostly F-16s at the cool airplane. I was not looking at the taxi lines here, but they should be fine. What do we have there? There's some general aviation aircraft, so let's just join them. Hello, general aviation aircraft. Okay, so this aircraft does not have a really great turning angle. That's the English term. So let's see if we can just pull up here. Look, what we have on right there. Look, so we'll stop. Parking brake is set. Auto warning is acknowledged. And I just first got power to the engine. There you go. And let's see what else do we have. And let's just turn off the power completely here. Audio. There you go. So here we are. Welcome to Anchorage Airport in Alaska. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Thank you very much for checking it out. And do come back. Uh, just going to exit the aircraft and find a really nice place where it's nice and warm, drink some hot chocolate, and maybe chat to some nice French girl from Marseille with red hair and who sells ice cream. Alright, man. Thank you very much for checking Way Into Adventures. I'm just going to call you by your full name, Way Into Adventures, because it sounds just cool. So I'm your personal funky scene pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. And, see you next time. Thank you so much for checking, and be kind to one another and enjoy. See you later, man. Bye bye. You too, man. Have a nice day. Bye bye.